Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. I think I said that right, and that is a mouthful of a title if I've ever had to say one. So before I actually start this particular video, I would very much like to tell you guys that my knowledge of the Naruto anime series as well as the Naruto manga is very limited, as in it's pretty much non-existent because I've never really watched Naruto to any depth. Like, sure, I might have watched the odd episode every now and then, but I've never really followed the series itself, and I've also never really played a Naruto title before. However, as you guys are probably aware, I am someone who enjoys a broad variety of games, and I really like being challenged by checking out different games of different styles and all that other kinds of good stuff. So I asked Namco Bandai to provide me with a code for Naruto, and they did, which I was really surprised. It was really cool. So I got to basically check out Naruto and get an overall feel for the game, and now I would like to share that with you guys. Now, in this particular start menu at the very beginning of the game, you get access to online battles, free battle mode, and ultimate adventure. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this particular aspect is because ultimate adventure is, to my understanding, like one of the main modes in the Naruto games, because it actually tells you part of the story of the Naruto series. So I'm going to leave the ultimate adventure portion of this video to the very end. For those of you that do not want to be spoiled, I will let you know before I go into the ultimate adventure mode, and that will kind of prevent any problems that you guys might have. And in the meantime, I can show you guys how the game works in free battle mode. I'm obviously not going to go into online mode because there would not really be that much of a purpose to just watching me get my face beaten upside down over and over and over again. So let's have a quick look at the title here. I mean, in free battle mode, you get versus battle, which allows you to play against other players locally if you so desire, or just against the computer for practice purposes. There is also tournaments, which I will also show you guys. There's a couple of challenge missions as well as practice mode. Now, for now, we're going to go into practice mode because I want to show you you know, kind of like the unique aspects of Naruto in terms when compared to other fighters. And for that, I'm going to just select Naruto with the massive Rasengan Mega Barrage because it's a special attack that I really enjoyed watching. And as his partners, let's go with, I don't know, I think usually in the series he kind of runs with this chick, right, Sakura. So I'm going to choose Sakura as balance type, and there's a guy called Sasuke or something. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea who any of these characters are. I have no idea what the plot behind the story of Naruto is, so just bear that in mind. I know that this guy supposedly is one of the main baddies, so I'm going to select him. I'm going to put these guys as supports. And you guys might be wondering, what exactly are supports? Well, in fights in Naruto, you can either have single matches, which is just your character against another character, or you can have team matches, which include supports. And those supports are basically two other characters that you can call upon to basically help you out. It's not like a tag team where you can actually switch characters. No, you just call the other characters to help you out, basically. So like if you guys look, you will see that at the top left corner, that is my bar. I would like to tell you guys about everything in regards to that particular bar. The green bar is your health. There's another bar under it which is like yellow, so you get like 2 health bars for each fight. Then the bar below it is your chakra bar, which kind of determines your power level, so to speak. You can charge it up by pressing Y on your Xbox 360 controller, or triangle if you're on a PlayStation controller like me. You can charge your chakra energy. Beneath it, there is another bar, a yellow bar with these log-looking things. That is a teleport. It's kind of like an evade mechanic that whenever you're getting beat up on, you can actually use it. I can't use it right now because nothing is really happening. I'm not really in the middle of the action, so it is pretty pointless to use it. And then there is there's your support bars, which basically say left shoulder button and right shoulder button. Or L1 and R1, and you can basically call upon your supports to join the battlefield and perform an attack on the enemy. That's kind of how support works. You can also call defensive support, which will actually block attacks for you and whatnot, but I just have kind of like more offensive supports. And that's how that works. Now, if you notice, there's another bar that started filling up on the left side there, which is whenever your supports connect with an attack, it's going to raise that bar, and that will allow you to power up powerful team moves, which we will show in just a couple of seconds here. Now, I'm going to be switching the parameters of the practice to allow me to basically do all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's say chakra gauge, and limit. Is it gauge? Gauge. Yeah, I think this one's gauge. I have some serious issues with these words. Gauge, gouge. It's weird. Anyways, I'm gonna basically burst these all to maximum, and that is going to allow me to do some pretty crazy stuff. So when you fill these up by using your supports and by doing other crazy stuff in the game, you're going to be allowed to do some really crazy combos. Now, for starters, comboing an enemy is actually fairly straightforward in this title. You just have to press the B button on your Xbox 360 controller or the circle on your PlayStation 3, and this is pretty much universal for all characters, but obviously the move set varies, as well as obviously we'll have to get used to different move sets between different characters, otherwise there wouldn't really be much point to it, and the specials also vary. So one of the most basic combo is just coming up to them and just spamming B or circle. Oh, actually, this is not the basic combo because I have the team thing maxed out, which will make my team attack with me. Let's actually turn that off. I forgot to show you guys the basic combos before I turned that on, so let's take the team gauge, return to 0. Thank you very much. Which means that now I can just do my standard combos. There you go. This is Naruto's, I think this was the, This was the most standard combo that you can perform just by spamming B. Then there's other combos that you can perform if you like press down whilst you're attacking. That's going to give you a slight variation on that previous combo, as you can see. Then there's another one which if you press up while you're attacking, it's going to give you yet another variation of the combo. Now, you can block by pressing R2, so it is fairly easy to block these combos as well as dodge them. You can dodge out of the way by using that other mechanic that I told you guys about that I can't use right now. And this is kind of how combos work. Now, on top of that, there's the chakra bar, which is the blue bar that I told you guys about, and you can use it to charge up your combos, so that allows you to perform some special attacks. Like, for instance, if I was to press Y or triangle, that's going to charge me up, and then I press B, that is going to charge up a Rasengan, which fans of the series will most likely know this ability. I don't. And then if you charge up all the way to the maximum, you can actually charge up twice using, once again, Y or the triangle button. And that is going to give you a much more special attack, which in this case it's pretty epic. So there you go. This is the very basics of it. And then we have the team thing that I told you guys about when you have your supports all fully charged up. Let's go ahead and charge that up to unlimited. And that will also charge up your combos, as you guys have seen. You can use combos with your team and whatnot. They will show up to help you. And depending on the direction in which you perform your combos, you're going to get different combos as well for your team. Come on. As you can see in my case, Sasuke seems to be always the one appearing. And there you go. That's kind of how that works. And then there is one final attack when you finally charge up your team just all to the maximum, where you can charge up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to perform a team attack. Which is really cool in my opinion. It's really over the top and a lot of fun. And also there's certain characters which can do this thing that I haven't really figured out exactly which characters can do it or why, because again I don't have a lot of knowledge in regards to Naruto series. But if you flick any direction on the right stick, they will go like this, and they will be all berserk, and they will be basically hitting a lot harder. So as you can see, these hits have a lot more impact, and you can chain combos for longer. It seems it's some really crazy stuff. Although obviously that will lower your chakra bar there, and you will have to charge it back up. You'll have to wait until it fully regenerates, and then you can charge it back up all the way. And you can also perform special abilities while you're in this mode. Just to give you guys an idea of what to expect. Now, once again, more experienced players will know a lot more about this than I do, because I just have no idea how to play this title. I've just been playing it for a little bit to figure things out somewhat. Then there's also a special set of items that you can use there, which are mapped to your D-pad. You will see those in the lower left corner, and you can use those. Like this is an explosion that I can throw. This is eating, which regenerates either your health or your chakra. I'm not 100% sure. Once again, another eating item and another eating item. So you can have offensive as well as defensive items in that section. So now that I've shown you all this, let's actually do a battle. I just really like to explain to you guys all the mechanics of a game so that you guys know kind of how stuff works. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the X button or the A button on your Xbox 360 controller will make your character jump and do dodges to the side and stuff like that. So it kind of improves your movement. You can also charge it up to do a dash towards your enemy, which is what you saw me do there. Oops. There. You will see me a lot of times activate this by mistake because I'm trying to rotate the camera, which this is a camera's view that I'm really not used to. And then the other thing is you can throw shurikens or range attacks by pressing square, or I believe would be the X button on your Xbox 360 controller. So that's pretty much the very basics of how the game works. So now I'm going to return to game mode select, and we're going to go into free battle once again, but actually fighting proper CPU opponents. And for that purpose, I'm going to actually go into a tournament so that I can actually show you guys how tournament works as well. And after that, I just want to show you a little bit of the Ultimate Adventure mode. So there's also the challenge missions, which basically allows you to collect. You can get money on the game, like an in-game currency, which allows you to unlock stuff like music. And I'm not sure if you can actually unlock stuff that influences the game, so to speak, because I haven't really played enough of the title to really master all the intricacies of its collectibles and all that other stuff. But there's definitely a currency, and there's definitely stuff that you can unlock, which, as you can see here, there's a shop. Buying ninja tools. You can purchase ninja tools, which is the stuff that you actually use in the battles. This is something else. Like, they try to bombard you with information, like, every step of the way whenever you're doing something new, and I'm not sure that is the most effective way of going about it. But yeah, these are things that you can buy. I'm not exactly sure what any of these does, because they don't really give you a description, do they? Yeah, recovers a little chakra, recovers some health, so you can buy these health, and let's call these health and mana potions. And then you can use them in the fight like I've shown you, because you can map those to your D-pad. So this is some of the stuff that you can buy in the shop, and you can also sell stuff apparently. Interesting. So yeah, that's what you can buy. And then in the battle preparation, once you actually bought those things, you can select which bar you want to use, the hero or the legend bar, and you can assign stuff to it. But we are going to go into the mission list, and then you're supposed to complete these different missions, and you're going to get more money, you're going to get more unlockables and other stuff. And these missions will usually have parameters, like you will have to go and fight this guy. The opponent is going to be more powerful defense-wise. As you can see, that he's got like plus 10 defense power-up. And your battle conditions are just to win the battle and use your ultimate jutsu one time, which is the thing that I've shown you in the practice mode. Now, I'm not really going to do a challenge mission. We're actually going to go into tournament. Wow, there's a loading just between these two menus. Come on. So, let's go into the tournament. Free tournament. I've been doing challenge tournaments. I just completed the beginner ones. So let's go into this Chunin Cup. There's actually a character there that I haven't even seen in the game. Not sure if I'm unlocking characters in this mode or not. The character that I really enjoy playing is Minato, and I like this setting of him, because this actually, if you press the left shoulder button or the right shoulder button, it actually switches on some characters. and it might switch your ultimate ability. And I really like the animation on this particular ultimate ability, so we'll use this. I guess I'll use Naruto as my attack sidekick, so to speak. And then let's use the third Hokage. Actually, no. You can also use, instead of using 2 different supports, you can also just use the same support. So I'm just going to use the same support, because I think that builds up the team combo meter a little bit faster, and allows you to do those ultimate team combos more often. So let's go ahead and go. I'll just press Y and go for a random one. And we're going to be fighting Shikamaru, whoever this guy happens to be. So I'm just going to try to go straight at... Oops. I just charged up by mistake, like I said. You guys saw me use the teleport there, which I've mentioned previously. I'm now just doing a straight up combo. I'm going to be calling my support here. My support through that fireball didn't really catch anything. And you got a Rasengan right there in your face. Now I need to charge up my chakra bar, because in the practice mode, the chakra bar actually requires charging here. Have that. Another Rasengan. Oh, support drive already. Ooh. Oh, I missed. Uh-oh, and he's doing an ultimate on me. Go support! And I need to charge up a little bit more. Okay, let's go for the ultimate. Ooh! He didn't block it. Eat that. I really like this animation. I think these graphics are also very beautiful, if I can say that. I mean, I haven't really seen the anime all that often, but I really like when they do these cel-shaded graphics, and they do them well, which happens to be the case here. I think the cel-shaded graphics are really, really well done. The one issue that I have with the graphics, though, is not even the graphics themselves, but the frame rate. Because the frame rate of this title is actually locked to 30 frames a second, and usually I don't have a big problem with that, but for some reason, in this title, it bothered me a lot more than in other titles. Now, there's also English voiceovers available. I'm just using the Japanese ones because I was listening to the English ones and I really, really didn't like them. So I ended up switching to Japanese. It's nice that they give you the option, so it basically becomes subbed as opposed to dubbed. And the fighting aspect of the game is pretty solid. I've been having a lot of fun with it because, like I said, I've never played a Naruto title before, so this is all kind of new to me. And I've been really enjoying it. And one of the things that I like is actually the simplicity of it. It's not something that it takes you like 10 years to figure out a character and really master it all the way, as a lot of fighting games are. It's kind of like you master this mechanic and then you kind of figure out which movement set from which character adapts to your playstyle the most. Now, I've been playing mostly with this Minato guy, who is like I'm not sure if I've mentioned it. Minato is Naruto's father in the series. I don't think that classifies as a spoiler. Pretty sure it doesn't. Most people know who Naruto's father is. Ooh, sweet. Right there. Ultimate. At the beginning of the fight. Singen. I really like that attack, I have to be honest. I really like the animations. The animations are really solid in this game. They're very fluid. Which is why I guess I had some serious issues with the whole 30 FPS thing, because it was kind of messing with how smooth the animations were. But I did something which I read on the Steam forums where someone advised me to, not me, where someone advised other people to go into your NVIDIA control panel and increase the number of, oh, Sakura seems upset. Jesus Christ. Hey, relax. You're gonna hurt yourself. Or you're gonna hurt me. Which, either way, doesn't really sound that appealing. Wow, she's giving me no chance to back off here. Wow, no chance at all. Oh, I just noticed that your support abilities actually diminish if he gets hit. The team bar, that is. Oh, she is not letting go. Not for a second. Wow, I missed the Razinga. Oh, he just took the hit from me. Holy crap. That was pretty beastly. Finally, I'm about to charge up for my ultimate jutsu. And I think my team bar is also pretty full. Come on! Oh, fail. The fails. And fail again. There we go. Let's sing it to the face. Man, that was a little bit more hard fought than I was expecting. But yeah, as I was saying, in the Steam forums, they said that if you increase the max buffered frames, it would actually smooth out the animations, which definitely did the work for me. And the animations, at least they feel a little bit more smooth now. Not sure if they, I mean, I'm pretty sure the frame rate didn't increase, but it became a lot more smooth, and I was just happy with that. And yeah, overall, the game has been really, really solid. The only one complaint that I had was the whole 30 frames per second thing. And the story, once I actually started playing in story mode, because I have to be honest, the story mode battles are a lot more, I don't want to say that they're a lot just flat out better, but they're a lot more compelling, so to speak. So the story mode actually got me interested to the point where I might even be checking out the Naruto series itself, the anime, which is something that I've never really felt the need to before. But the title really kind of got me into it. Some people are probably calling me a heathen right now, but that's fine. Oh, I still landed it. Nice! These animations are just really cool, like for the ultimate abilities and stuff. Whoa! I think he just got killed by the fireballs on my support guy. And that's kind of how tournaments work. But as I was saying, the actual ultimate adventure missions are a lot more compelling. I just had a lot more fun with those. So that was kind of the reason why it got me intrigued into actually finding more about Naruto and the series themselves and all that other stuff, because they're just a lot more epic in scope. And since it's actually canon lore, I guess you can even just, those of you who don't want to spend that much time watching Naruto Shippuden, because I mean, I've been doing a little bit of research, and there's like the entirety of Naruto, there's like over 600 episodes in between both Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, which are two different shows, by the way, for those of you who don't know. It's kind of like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, if that comparison even makes any sense. So now let's go back. You guys have already seen tournament versus battle. You guys kind of know how the mechanics of the fight work, so you guys should know if that appeals to you or not. Me personally, I actually really enjoy this type of fighting style. So for those of you that do not want to get spoiled about Naruto, you guys might want to bail out at the video at this point. In my opinion, if you enjoy what you've seen this far, the title is solid. The only one limitation that you need to keep in mind is that it is locked at 30 frames a second. So if you're one of those PC Master Race guys that has some serious issues with all the titles that are not unlocked at 60 frames a second or whatever, then just be warned. Apart from that, the title is extremely solid in every other aspect of what I've played thus far. Now, if you want to know exactly which portion of the story I'm playing, I believe I've only done the first fight, I think, so it's like this scene in the Hidden Leaf Village. That's the only thing I've really done, so this is like the second portion. And I'm going to be going directly into that now, so if you do not want to get spoiled, thank you very much for watching. Let's go into Ultimate Adventure Mode. Okay, so in terms of the story mode, it is divided into a couple of different things that happen throughout the story mode. So one of the first things is actually exploration. You get to explore several different maps, as you can see here. These two other dudes that are with me are kind of like my escort. And currently we're doing a mission, which is part of the main story mission, where we're supposed to go meet up with this guy in the Land of Iron, who is Rurikhan, and as far as I can tell, the people who have Kage at the end of their names are like some kind of big shots for the different ninja clans. So the Rurikhan is of the Cloud clan, I believe. Not 100% sure on that, as I believe I've mentioned. I'm not that experienced in Naruto. Probably mentioned it more often than I really should throughout this video. There's probably a bunch of people already sick of listening to me hear that. But anyways, so during exploration, this is pretty much what you do as you progress through each of these levels. Sometimes you'll be able to find boxes to break, which will give you little bonuses like maybe consumables or money or whatever, that kind of stuff. But it's not just about, oh, look, see, like for instance here, we just picked up a powerless tag, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. And then there's another thing, which is cinematics. Lots of cinematics, which tell you about the story of the game, which is something that is going to happen once I actually cross over here. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy a little bit of the, well, not a little bit, I'm going to let you guys enjoy this full cinematic, and that is going to culminate into a fight. So let's go for it.
ダルイ、
ああ、
出てこい。そこにいるのは分かっている。
こいつら木の葉の、それにあの覆面、あいつ歯だけかかしっすよボス。
分かっとる。
お前たち、これから5影階段があると知っての行動か？
それを承知の上で今日はお願いがあってきました。
願いだと？
サスケを、うちがサスケを始末するのをやめてもらいてんだ。
何よ君は。
むちゃくちゃ言ってんのは分かってる。でも俺はそう言うしかねえから。サスケは友達だ。友達が殺されるってのにじっとなんかしてらんねえよ。それにサスケが元で木の葉と雲が殺し合うのは嫌だから、そっちの仲間にも復讐はさせたくねえんだ。お願いだってばよ。もう復讐で殺し合うようなことはしたくねえんだ。
何を願うかと思えば、なぜわしがサスケの始末をやめねばならん。奴はこの世界にとってゴミのようなものだぞ。奴の行いが雲隠れに混乱を与えた。それは今世界に飛び火しようとしている。サスケの存在は忍びという範疇から抜けた悪そのもの。悪をこの世にのさばらすわけにはいかん。わしたちは世界にとって不要なものを排除しようとしているだけだ。貴様に止める権利などない。
サスケはゴミじゃねえ。
ナルト、
不要なもんでもねえし悪でもねえ。あいつは俺にとって大切な存在だ。
あれを大切な存在だとは、お前も随分と愚かなやつだ。
俺のことはどう言ってもいいけど、サスケの悪口は言うんじゃねえ。
この世の断りを知らんガキが何を言っても無駄だ。この世にとって不要な存在であり、世をかき乱す悪、それが内葉サスケ。
雷影様、
手を出すな。あれごとき運動にもならん。
ナルト、落ち着け。
許さねえ。
Now, I've been told that not all of these fights are actually a part of the Naruto Shippuden series, which means that some fights were just kind of put into the game to kind of prevent you guys from just having to watch cinematic after cinematic and actually give you more interactive scenarios. So that is something to keep in mind. But once again, these particular fights, as I believe I've mentioned previously in the video, these are the kind of fights that are actually a lot more compelling than just like free battles and tournaments, because they're directly connected to a story. And I mean, just the first fight in this game, which is the fight where you actually fight this dude that is controlling Nine Tails, and then you also go to the city, and there's this big event where you're also fighting Nine Tails. It's really, really cool. So let's see what we can do about this Rurikhan character here. something that I think would also really have been cool in this series is it would allow you to continue to progress the story even after you've lost, which doesn't really seem to happen. Oh wow, this combo just keeps going and going and going. How'd you enjoy that, Reikage? But as I was saying, I would have liked if the title would take into consideration that sometimes you would be able to lose fights, and it would give you a different outcome. But having said that, there's also a couple of situations where you will have to make a decision, and depending on your decision, it actually affects the outcome of the story. At least that's what the game says. I haven't really seen the different outcomes that you can possibly have. There we go. Boom. Ultimate jutsu finish. Every now and then you will get an ultimate jutsu finish, which actually gives you those animations that you guys saw there. For every character there's like a, well, it's not really an animation, it's almost like a still frame where he's saying a phrase. Every single character seems to have a different ultimate jutsu animation when you actually finish off your opponent with that. But as I was saying, there's actually sections within the game where you're forced to make a decision. Like, for instance, at the very start of the game, you have to make the decision between going to help the village to defend itself against Nine Leaves or facing off against one of the story's main baddies. So I thought that was pretty cool as well, but I would have liked to seen, you know, a couple of different outcomes. I mean, not all of them, but for instance, this one would be perfect for having, you know, maybe a little bit of change in the cinematic or something, in case Naruto lost, because regardless if you win or lose, the game is basically going to assume that you've lost. I mean, the way that the cinematic progresses. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of this next cinematic that's going to show up, and then I'm going to skip it though, because it's a pretty long cinematic. So it's just for you guys to enjoy the quality of the cinematic, and then we're going to do one more fight. Okay, so here you go. Obviously, as you complete each of these fights, you're going to get more money. You're also going to get maybe some collectibles every now and then. You're going to get titles. There's a ton of stuff to unlock. Like here, you're unlocking your hero consumables bar. Then you're also going to be unlocking your Legends consumables bar. And like I said, Part 1 Hinata, so I guess I've gotten a new character as well that I've just unlocked. So it's pretty cool. You're constantly unlocking stuff regardless if you're doing story mode, if you're doing free battle mode, and probably even on online you're going to be unlocking stuff.
これ式の力でわしに拳を向けたのか。やはり運動にもならん。
さすがは雷影。完全に手を抜いてやれか。
拳を振り回せば全てが思い通りになると思ったか。その行動こそただのアホそのもの。世の断りを知らぬただのガキの考えに過ぎん。今の己が何をすべきかもっと考えろ。バカのままやるとおせるほど忍びの世界は甘くない。
そこまでだ。雷影様、数々のご無礼申し訳ございません。これは上司である俺の責任。どのような処罰も受ける所存です。
わし相手におじけづかなかった。その生きの良さに免じて今回だけは目をつぶってやる。
雷影様の寛大な処置だ。甘んじて受けるがいい。
お心遣い感謝します。
くっそ
どうした？
いや、さっきのやつあれからどうすんのかと思ってな。
だるい。今はこれからの階段について考える方が賢明だぞ。何かあっては問題なんだからな。
ああ、そりゃ分かってっけどさ。
先輩、これからどうします？
そうだな。
嘆願も通らず、これからのことも決まらない。ならば、俺の話でも聞いてみてはどうだ。
てめえは暁。
こうして会うのは初めてだったかな。
その仮面は。
As I've said, I was only going to give you guys a little bit of cinematic. So the next fight is actually against the guy that you've just seen. So we're going to be duking it out against him. Now this is, as I've mentioned, I believe, this is one of the story's main baddies. He shows up, I'm not exactly sure if it's the same character though, since they wear masks. And they don't really reveal the identity in the very first fight. But this guy shows up in the very first fight of the game. And he fights against Naruto's father. There you go. Charge up. Now the thing that you guys might have noticed is that I don't have a full energy bar. That is because I've spent some energy fighting against the Raikage. And the game takes that into consideration, so you don't automatically regen your health bar, so you will have to use stuff like consumables, or maybe eat, or something like that along your journeys. You know, give it a little bit more of an RPG sense in that way, so I think that's kind of cool, kind of force you to manage your items and gives you a reason of why you want to have the currency and whatnot that you have in the game. Come on, dude. What you got? Show me what you got. Charging up and boom. Ooh, mid-air Rasengan. Holy crap. Getting the crap just utterly beat out of me by this Madara character. We're not gonna have that. Even if I don't have that much health, I can still do a lot better. Come on. There we go. Aw, come on. One of the things that I have to say though is the camera work is very disorienting if you're playing this for the first time. But it is also, it gives the game a very cinematic feel, this type of camera work, as you can see. Oh, enjoy those shurikens. Oh, there you go. Oh, come on. Boosh! I just really like the animations though. I know that I've probably said it more than I should, but the animations are just so friggin' sweet. Charge up. Come on. Oh, damn it. I'm really trying to do a ultimate jutsu finish, but it's not always easy. Damn it. He just dodged it. I saw him just like doing his dodge movement right up. Aw, come on. He really doesn't want me to do an ultimate jutsu on him. There you go. You don't get the ultimate jutsu, but you get a Rasengan to the face. Anyways, my final thoughts on the game is the animation quality is just so friggin' good that I've been really, really loving it since I'm such a sucker for animations. In terms of story, it's been very compelling. As I've mentioned, it actually makes me want to go back and watch the Naruto series, which is something that I haven't really ever felt the need to do before. And I've never watched the Naruto series. Like, I might have watched an episode like here or there at a friend's house or something, but I've never really devoted myself to learning about the Naruto series or actually watching a bunch of episodes in a row. And the story that I've experienced so far in the game, and it hasn't been that much, actually has me really curious about it. And in terms of the fighter mechanics itself, I think it's a good thing that it's simple in a way while still allowing you to master different characters through their different movesets and different abilities and stuff like that, thus providing some variety. But it's a good thing that it's simple because you can easily explain it to a friend or something if you have someone coming over for some, a couch co-op or something like that. So I think that's pretty cool because sometimes you get these more technical fighters, which are also good, mind you, but you can't just invite a friend over to play a competitive, more technical fighter. Like, you wouldn't imagine that you're amazing at Blaze Blue. You wouldn't just invite a friend over and say, hey, let's go play Blaze Blue, someone who's never played Blaze Blue, because you would just own their face repeatedly and there was nothing they could really do about it. So yeah, that's another aspect of it. The story mode is just really, really cool, like I've said, and the battles in the story mode are really compelling. And again, at the end, to me personally, it just boils down to the animation thing. The negative side of things could be, if you don't enjoy the Naruto series, well, then why are you even watching this video? Because you probably will not enjoy this game. And if you have an issue, like a really big issue, which a lot of PC gamers have, with the fact that the game is locked 30 frames a second, apart from that, there really are not that many negatives. And if you do have the 30 frames a second issue, and you end up buying the game, I would advise you go to the NVIDIA control panel and set max buffered frames to 4, and that might help you get over that hump. Definitely did it for me. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.